Real estate investing exists on a spectrum. On one end, you have Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and an advocate for using leverage. In fact, he's publicly said that he holds over $1.2 billion in debt. On the other end of the spectrum, you have Dave Ramsey, who is a hardliner when it comes to debt. His personal philosophy, no debt, ever. He believes there's no such thing as good debt. Yet, despite their differences, both investors are massively successful in real estate. So the question is, where do you fall on the spectrum between Robert and Dave? And should investors pay off their rental properties early? In this video, I'll answer this question for 3 different investors: Sarah, John, and Henry. Sarah has a goal of becoming a multi-millionaire and earning 7 figures per year. She works nights and weekends regularly without hesitation. Business is her passion, and she truly does find joy in it. She's built her life, relationships, and free time all around her work. For Sarah, I honestly have no problem with her using debt. I think it's actually necessary in order to achieve the scale of her goals. It'll allow her to grow faster and reach that scale of a portfolio. But I do think it's important she uses it wisely. She puts 20% down, she underwrites her deals conservatively based on comps, she keeps strong cash reserves, and she only buys deals that cash flow on day one, no speculation. Based on Sarah's goals, lifestyle, and priorities, I really don't see a problem with her using leverage. But she just needs to be aware that there is a trade-off. That speed that she gets for using debt doesn't come for free. She's trading her time, energy, and bandwidth for that. But given the way that she structured her life and the joy that she finds from working, I don't have a problem with that. She just needs to know that it's not coming for free. Now, John is a bit different from Sarah. John's goal is financial independence and retiring early. He wants to live off a 6-figure income, ideally from real estate. He enjoys real estate, but it's not his whole life. His top priority is spending time with his family, and he has a goal of traveling to 50 countries by age 50. My advice to John is simple. First, define your dream lifestyle. Quantify how much income is enough in order to live that lifestyle. Be very clear and quantified here. Work backwards and calculate how many paid off properties would you need in order to generate that income. And use leverage if you want to in order to reach that number of properties. But I encourage you to stop scaling beyond that. Once you hit that critical number of properties, start paying off your debt. Get rid of your mortgages. Why? Because less debt means you can reach that income for that dream lifestyle with fewer properties. Less time managing those properties, less risk. John doesn't need a portfolio with 20 mortgage properties. He just needs enough. This could be as few as 4 or 5 fully paid off properties instead of 20. A smaller, more intentional portfolio would free John's time up so that he can actually do what he wants in life. He can travel, he can spend time with his family, and actually focus on the whole reasons why he started investing in real estate. Lastly, we have Henry, who's a bit different from John and Sarah. Henry doesn't care about becoming a millionaire. In fact, he'd be perfectly content with $50,000 per year if it meant more freedom over his time. He enjoys simple pleasures like walks through the park, reading, board games with his friends. He lives far below his means and has a high savings rate. He hates the idea of debt and loves the peace of mind that comes with owning something outright. For Henry, I think debt-free real estate investing is a perfect strategy. You do not need leverage to reach your goals. He can build wealth slowly by saving and investing in index funds, buying homes in cash when he's ready, no debt involved. Yes, he might grow slower and might not reach a higher net worth over his lifetime. But he's not optimizing for net worth. He's optimizing for freedom and actually living life. And for him, that's the most valuable of all. So in conclusion, there's no one-size-fits-all answer to leverage. Your goals and lifestyle should drive your decision. That's a tool, it's not a requirement. It has pros and cons. And just like a hammer, sometimes it's better not to swing it at all of your problems. Define your version of enough. Build a plan that fits your life. And if that includes paying off your properties early, that's not dumb, that's intentional. If you enjoyed this video, check out my recent video. I share how I'm 32 years old with $1.4 million in debt, but I have a plan to do something about it. You can find a link to this video on the screen and in the description below. Thank you.